it's alarming. So, the anxiety, the depression, a lot of other things I think are playing out and are exacerbated by that sense of isolation.
No doubt parenting has been tough during the pandemic with changes to jobs and schooling. But what about if you have a child that already requires more care than most? The lack of social interaction and disrupted routines, especially taking a toll on families with special needs children.
We spoke with one local mom about those challenges and have a look at some of the resources out there to help.
We get up in the morning and it's pretty much you're on the go the whole time.
Before COVID-19 changed our lives, Jen Camps already knew the demands of being a full-time stay-at-home mom.
It's the best job I could ever have.
She has 4 children, including 5-year-old Quentin, who takes up a lot of her attention.
He doesn't do stuff the same as other kids. He takes a lot more hands-on from a parent than other kids would, doing the feeding tube, keeping him busy and occupied because he doesn't run around and get his own toys. I bring them to him.
Quentin was born early at 25 weeks and fought to survive.
He had a 6-month NICU stay with lots of complications and infections, and that is how he ended up with cerebral palsy, chronic lung disease. Been through a lot. He has seizures, he has epilepsy due to all of that, but he's the happiest kid through any of it that you could ever see. Okay, yeah. That's why I like making sure his life is good and getting him out and about and doing things and just enjoying every minute while he's here. Because he's fought really hard for that.
Jen says it's been tough to homeschool Quentin while also juggling her kids' remote learning during the pandemic. Taking Quentin out for small adventures has also been impacted by shutdowns, including his favorite outlet, taking lessons at the eQuest Center for Therapeutic Writing.
He loves going places. We come back and he usually cries when we pull up in the driveway. He learns a lot through social situations. He likes to be one-on-one with people. He likes to meet new people to stay happy and stay engaged, and so that's been a big thing with it, too.
Jen isn't facing the challenges alone. Other families with special needs children are taking extra precautions to keep them safe during the pandemic, with the added stress of COVID changing their routines and canceling important social interactions.
They're lonely. They're challenged.
Jane Eppert is the executive director of the Family Hope Foundation.
If you have a child that has some very challenging needs or is 24/7 care, the parents or the guardians, they're not able to get a break. And so that's hard. And the children aren't able to get a break either.
The nonprofit was founded by families like Eppert's who understand the struggles, providing resources and outings like sensory-friendly movie screenings, along with scholarships to help with the cost of various types of therapy. But most of their events last year canceled. And Eppert says the demand for scholarships is up 25%, with many asking for help addressing mental health needs.
Many of them have had to do remote learning, too. So that's even isolating them further. They're struggling. I think they're starting to feel glimmers of hope, but they're exhausted.
Is that comfy?
For Jen, the glimmers of hope have been seeing her older kids head back to the classroom, and Quentin finally being able to resume his writing lessons, helping to build his core strength and coordination.
He was so happy to get back. He's missed it a lot for COVID, and you can tell when he gets back how excited he is to be there again. And he works so hard there, and it's been really good for him.
And despite the unknowns about what's ahead, Jen is focusing on the positives, cherishing every moment with her miracle boy.
I figure everyone has their own stresses in life, and I guess I don't really compare it to anybody else's. I'm happy with where we're at. There's struggles, but mine are all worth it, and I wouldn't change a thing about my life. I don't love the pandemic right now. I guess I would change that, but as far as having a kid with special needs, I wouldn't trade him for the world.
And some good news tonight from the Family Hope Foundation. They are resuming their sensory-friendly movie nights later this month. In fact, this weekend. You can learn more about the group and its resources in this story at fox17online.com.